Are you thinking about buying a new launch condo for your family, but the thought of renting somewhere else while waiting for a new place seems like a huge hassle? And doesn't renting feel like you're just paying for someone else's mortgage? In this video, we'll explore the rent and buy new launch strategy. We'll discuss why this approach can be a smart move for some people, but a costly mistake for others. Let's compare the difference in cost between owning a resale private property and a new launch condo. Assume you're in the market for a 2.4 million resale private property. Here's the cost breakdown over 3 years. Assuming we take a 30-year loan tenure at 2.85% interest, the total interest incurred over 3 years will be slightly under $150,000. Let's assume renovation to be around $100,000 for a resale property. After including property tax and MCST fees, the total cost will be around $265,000. Now let's consider the expenses of owning a new launch condo. The total interest incurred will be around $57,000 due to the progressive payment scheme. There are no property tax and MCST fees as the development is not yet ready to move in. Renovation cost is minimal as the developer includes most fixtures and appliances. The difference between the two scenarios is substantial at around $207,000 at this juncture. However, while waiting for a new launch, you'll need to rent. Assuming you rent a 3-bedroom unit in outside central region for $4,500 a month, the total rental cost over 3 years will be $162,000. The net gain compared to purchasing a resale property will be about $45,000. At this moment, we have not even factored in the potential capital appreciation of the new launch property. How different would it be if we were to consider the capital appreciation then? Now let's walk through a case study together. Imagine it's 2019 and you're looking to live in the East Coast area. You are convinced to purchase a new launch in this area and you have a budget of $1.8 million. As for the rental property, you are considering whether you should rent a property of a higher, equal or lower quantum than your new launch purchase. Now let's assume that you choose a rental property of the same quantum so it gives you the same level of satisfaction while staying in it. With a $1.8 million budget, you decide to purchase a 2-bedroom plus study new launch at Amber Park, as this is the largest bedroom type available at this price point. For your rental property, there was no proper research done and you go ahead to rent a 2-bedroom plus study at Silver Sea with the same quantum of $1.8 million. You sign a 1-year tenancy at $4,500 per month. Without planning the tenancy duration, you renew the tenancy every year at different rates due to market fluctuations. Over the next 4 years, your total rental costs amount to $260,000. Then in January 2024, you sell Amber Park and make a gross profit of $348,000. After deducting the rental cost, your net profit is $87,000. Now let's consider a different scenario. You still decide to buy a new launch and rent a property with the same quantum in the East Coast area. However, this time, you research more for your rental property. Suppose you identify an opportunity where you can rent a 2-bedroom unit of the same market value at 1 Amber, but at a much lower rent of $3,000 a month. Realizing that the rental market is on an upward trend, you understand it will be wiser to secure a longer lease duration to lock in the lower rate. You proceed to rent at $3,000 per month for 4 years and renew for a further 9 months for $4,800 per month. This strategy increases your net profit to $161,000, which is almost double from the previous scenario due to the cost savings from the rental contracts. Now, can we do even better? You continue to rent the East Coast area, but now you make a more rational decision about the property to buy. Instead of purchasing a unit you want to live in, you choose a property with a higher growth potential given your $1.8 million budget. You still rent at 1 Amber, but purchase a 4-bedroom unit at Riverfront Residences, a new launch in Hougang. The gross profit from the sale would have been $690,000, resulting in a net profit of $502,000. This is over 3 times the profit compared to the previous scenario. In today's market, owning the largest bedroom type can yield the highest gains. With a $1.8 million budget in 2019, buying a 4-bedroom unit in Hougang was more advantageous than a 2-bedroom plus study in District 15. If you prefer a specific location, renting there and owning a safer asset somewhere else with higher potential returns is a wiser strategy. So why rent and buy works for some people? If you are willing to rent a lower quantum property, you can potentially save more on rental. For example, if you were to still rent somewhere in the East Coast but a lower quantum property, how would that turn out? Let's take a look at Suites at East Coast. A studio unit cost around $540,000 in 2019. This is significantly lower than $1.8 million property we were considering to rent previously. The rental for this studio at Suites at East Coast would have been $1,450 per month in 2019. Let's assume you rent for 4 years and renew for a further 9 months at $2,100 for 9 months. You could potentially save up to almost $100,000 in the same time period compared to renting a 2-bedroom at 1 Amber. Additionally, buying new launch and renting provides flexibility. We do not need to buy a property in the location that we want to live in. Instead, we can make a rational decision by focusing on which property can make us the highest profits. On the flip side, renting and buying a new launch can be a financial disaster for some. If we were to rent a higher market value unit in the interim, we can incur higher expenses. Coupled with not planning a tenancy duration, the cost can go up significantly. Let's assume we still go ahead to purchase a 2+ study unit in Amber Park worth $1.8 million, but we choose to rent a 3-bedroom unit at Silver Sea, which is worth much higher at $2.5 million in 2019. We sign a 2-year tenancy at $6,000 per month, and we renew the contract every 2 years. After selling a 2+ study unit at Amber Park, you will find out that you lose $15,000 due to the high rental contracts. If we don't strategize our rental and buy the new launches with the highest growth potential, these pitfalls can turn the rent and buy strategy into a costly mistake. It is crucial to consult your trusted realtor to ensure the right rental choice and new launch purchase. I hope this video has been beneficial. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.